When you're in your 20s, people are going to question you. People are going to try to control you because you're a blank slate. Because everyone likes to believe that we know what's best, but we only know what's best for ourselves. And that's our only job, is to understand ourselves. So, being in your 20s, the most important part about being in your 20s is understanding yourself. That's your most important job in life, by far. If you can stand on what you believe in, no one can manipulate you. No one can get into your head. No one can try to control your life because you stand on what you believe in. These people can be older than you. Most likely they are. Because when you're in your 20s, you're just looking for your own truth. You're looking for your own path. You're looking for your own direction. But everyone likes to believe their direction is the right way. Everyone loves to believe it. It's only right for you. Okay, let's remind ourselves that our biggest job and our most important job is understanding ourselves and ourselves only. Your job is not to understand other people. It is to understand yourself. And the best way to go about life is understanding yourself so well that no one's emotions can take that away from you. You know, even if it's your parents, your older siblings, friends, people that you feel like you can trust, anyone who says that they knows what's best for you, that's a lie. It's a lie. Because your only job in life is to focus on yourself. And then everything else follows suit. If you're worried about every external thing besides yourself, even other people, because let's be honest, like we love to focus on getting our best mate, finding best friends, mending relationships, or even trying to fix family relationships. That doesn't matter as long as it doesn't matter when you don't understand yourself. It doesn't matter because you'll still be controlled. You're still in a controlled environment. We are very selfish with our emotions because we're human. That's how it's supposed to be. We should never be selfish with other people's emotions. And that's where we get carried away. We get carried away with feeling like someone else has to live exactly like us. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Everyone has their own lives. Everyone has their own timeline. We need to stop projecting. Projecting. OMG. The projecting in this world is crazy. Life is a projection, and that is a whole topic of itself. But to go around this world in our 20s and to try to figure it out, it's hard when everyone is projecting all their insecurities, all their problems, all their doubt onto us. And this might be a projection of itself. But hey, at least I'm trying to get to the root. I'm not out here trying to project a problem. I'm getting to the root. I'm trying to understand myself. Genuinely. I am genuinely trying to understand myself in my own way. It doesn't have to be in your way. It doesn't have to be in anybody else's way. That's the beauty of life. That's the beauty of life. Because we were not ever asked to be born. We were not asked to be here. So our only job is to understand exactly that for ourselves. Why we're here. What's your why? What are you doing every day? Like, what gets you up in the morning? It shouldn't be someone else. It shouldn't be anybody else. It shouldn't be someone's image of you. It shouldn't be because of feeling like you have to prove yourself to people or to anything. You should be able to not even prove to yourself, but show up to understand yourself. Show up to challenge what you believe, what you think you believe. Because standing on what you believe in is the most powerful, powerful feeling. Yeah, it's a feeling. I believe a belief is just a straight up feeling. You can't prove it. You can't prove a belief. A belief is a belief. There's a lot of sayings like, oh, you got to see it to believe it, or you got to believe it to see it. Sometimes it's not even seeable. You have to believe in yourself so much, you don't have to see it. You feel it. It's a feeling. You don't have to see it to believe it. You don't have to prove. to yourself. You don't have to prove to anybody. The only thing you need to do is focus on understanding yourself. And this is a documentary for myself. I'm talking to myself. If anyone else feels like I'm talking to them, or you feel like this is resonating with you, that's perfect, because it's all about understanding yourself. If this has nothing to do with you and you feel like I'm trying to control you, that's not even what I'm trying to do. These videos are self-work for me. They are forms of healing. And most of the time, I'm just sitting here speaking on whatever comes into my brain. Like, this is all off the whim, and I believe in that. I believe in my intuition. I believe in the words I say. I believe in my passion. I don't believe in other people's beliefs. That's like straight up. I don't believe we're supposed to believe in everything that, other people believe in. Because then we're just herds of sheep. Like, I've talked about generational curses before. I've talked about like generational trauma. When you feel like you have trauma in your family or trauma in your past self, the only way to go up from there is to challenge it, is to go your own way, is to go your own path. Don't agree with everything your parents say. That's one thing I've learned. Don't agree with everything they say. Don't agree with everything an older person says. Because like I said, everyone loves to believe they're right. Everyone loves to believe that their way is the only way. That's bullshit. It's bullshit. Everything about it is BS. How I want to raise my children is to let them believe in themselves, not believe in this image, believe that they can do this, they can do that. No, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. There's so many people out here, man, that just, they go off of the world. They don't go off themselves. And that sounds like a projection, but it's like, I'm understanding myself now more than ever. And I want other people to understand themselves so that it's easier for people like me to not feel so manipulated, not feel so controlled, not feel like my thoughts are going against what people really want me to think. And that's crazy. You know, another topic of a video that I really want to talk about is manipulation grief. The grief of being manipulated. Like, imagine you've been manipulated for so long in your life and you realize it, right? You realize you're being manipulated, and then you're grieving. You're grieving over this like past self that you thought was real, or you thought that was like supposed to be your belief. Like, I don't know if anyone feels like this, but that's a topic I want to talk about. And if anyone really resonates with that, please let me know, because I will go full throttle with that topic. I've been manipulated. I've felt like I've been controlled before. So this topic alone brings out a fire, it brings out a passion. And I truly want everyone to know what they believe in, because that's so important, especially when you're in your 20s, especially when you are growing into your adulthood, when your brain is fully developing. You need to figure out what you like. You need to figure out what you believe in. You need to figure out who you are, because other people will try to figure it out for you, for their own sake, for their own lives, for their own benefits. Trust me. People are freaking cruel. People are selfish. People are narcissists out here. We're living in a very narcissistic world, and I guess we might as well take advantage, right? We might as well internalize it and put it in ourselves, because everyone loves to take, 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 take. Who's giving? Who's giving? Right now, I feel like I'm giving perspective. That's all I'm giving, right? I'm giving perspective. Do people even do that? Do people even do that anymore? No, they just tell people what to do. Oh, you shouldn't do that. You should do this. Oh, why are you doing YouTube? That's not stable. You should do this. You should do that. Projecting, right? But it's true. It's true. Manipulation is powerful. It is. And when you're in your 20s, you can easily be manipulated. Even when you're in a job, right? When you're in a starter position at a job, you can be manipulated into that. Like you can have people at your job telling you you're doing such a great job, you should be the boss, you should be this. And the next thing you know, you're at this dead-end job that you don't even like because you were manipulated to think that you wanted it. That's what I'm talking about, people. This is like the smallest scale of it, but it can actually ruin your life to the point where you're 30 years old and you're questioning yourself, like, how did I get here? Who am I? That's what you should really be questioning. Who are you? What do you believe in? What do you stand on? Because your beliefs, you should stand on them every day. It should be so undeniable. People won't even want to tell you what to do because they think you already know. I'm internalizing this. I'm internalizing the fact that I'm understanding myself. And I would love for everyone to really put in that self work because, I mean, yeah, it's a crazy world out here. It's a crazy world. And I don't know, I can't wait till I'm a mother because when I'm a mother, I don't know, I feel like I'm going to do things very differently than what I'm accustomed to, different than what I feel like is normal or what it's supposed to be, right? Like, I'm living it. I'm living a projection of what other people wanted for me, what other people doubted in me. We are all living projections of other people. Usually it's our parents. Usually it starts with our parents because you're a baby, a child. You're so vulnerable to everything that your parents can manipulate you. And if it gets too much, like if the manipulation is so intense, it can control your life well into your 20s. So that's it. I hope this resonated with some people because, I mean, I think it's a pretty big deal. The fact that we all think we know what's right when we just need to figure out our own truth. Ignorance is bliss. And humans are so ignorant. We're so ignorant to the world that we just need to embrace the ignorance. Like, let's embrace the fact we don't know and just we know ourselves. That's it. I mean, right? That makes sense. Anyways, thank you, and I'll see you later.